Hi everyone. Uh, this is a topical issue once more, and I'm going to talk about something that has been of great controversy amongst the people of the world. Uh, Today's topic is structured in a sentence, in a question form. Are there aliens? This question has been troubling people for a very long time, over the millennia. And there are some countries and people who have categorically refused and say there are no aliens. And others have conspiracies trying to prove that they are aliens. So it has been a double-sided thing. Others agreeing with it, others saying it's not so. I would like to start with the definition. Alien. Alien means anything strange, anything foreign. For instance, if I leave this country of mine and go to another country, I'll be an alien. So I'm a stranger there. So on the basic level, are there aliens? Yeah, we agree they are aliens. Those people coming to our places that don't belong there, they are aliens. There are things that also happen within our vicinities. We say they are alien things. But let's delve into this matter of aliens, specifically when we are talking of entities that are not like us. Maybe intelligent, some not intelligent, but mostly when people refer to aliens, they refer to intelligent or more intelligent entities. So I'm going to start with what I know, because when we were young, our grandmother would call us and give us folklore, African folklore. And there were stories of giants, very big people, others with a single eye on the forehead, and others were destructive, they would destroy things, others would eat people, things like that. At first I thought they were stories. Then later, as we started growing up, we had exposure to stories from other places. Also, they had similar stories, stories that mimic one another. We were able to read about other African countries. They also had their folklore. It mimicked almost the same thing, dealing with different entities that are not familiar. Then I was introduced religious books. I started with the Christian Bible. In the Bible, there are aliens, but we take it for granted. For instance, the battle in heaven did not happen here. So, alien entities, that is the angels of different categories, fought in the heavenly places. And those entities have influence on earth and on our lives here. People who have done great miracles, people who have given birth to great prophets, have had visitations from these entities. We can start with Mary, the mother of Jesus, had a visitation from Angel Gabriel. That is not an everyday occurrence. It's not an entity that lives here with us. So that is alien. When Jesus came, he would exorcise demons from people and would be able to command them to get out of the body, get into certain places, and they would get out with a lot of talk, a lot of noise, a lot of resistance. So we find that these are not the normal things that are in people. They are also alien entities. Following up the story of demons, you go to books like the Ramayanas. then there is a distinct difference, a battle between people and demons. They are described in details. You go to a book, the Gita, Bhagavad Gita, and there is this warrior called Bhim who has a son with a demoness called Katochak. And you find that this son comes to war, presents a different kind of warfare and familiar to human beings. That's a different entity. People have had problems of specter visitations, demonic visitations. Some argue that those are things that happen to people's mind, but others have had physical confrontations. Others violent confrontations, real. So where do they get these confrontations from? From alien entities. I try to look at the description of some of these entities from the Bible and from the internet. And there are the cherubims, and there is the cherubims, yeah. And the description was they are entities that have got powers unique to us. They can communicate and can be able to take different shapes and even be invisible. There was a time I was also following up with stories from the Asian part, Arabia part, about jinns. And they have even different categories of jinns. Just like we have human races different, with different abilities. Those ones have got different categories. So we find also these are entities. Many people will argue that they are folklore, but in places like some African coast places, some other places, they actually have, they are able to affect people in noticeable ways. There are people who even go to people who do witchcraft, and these entities can be sent to do harm. Entities that we don't see. Some of the entities that have been described in this place are highly intelligent. When we talk of angels, we talk of those religions that talk of gods and goddesses, they all appear to be coming from the heaven, the sky. We've been having these things of unidentified flying objects. Can we categorically say that nothing appears in the sky? Sometimes they do. Cannot know. We cannot categorically dismiss everything. So we may not know the nature of the aliens, but I would conclusively say that there are aliens from our folklore, from our religious books, from other stories that have been told around. There are other entities that are different from us, others that are not able to present themselves in the same way. There are those that are not visible to us. There are those that can exist within different dimensions within our sphere. And I guess if some appear to be coming from outside, then there may be other entities outside. That is gathering from the information we have from the religious books, from the folklore, from people's experiences that others call conspiracies. Because I was trying to look at the internet, and there was this thing that happened in, was it Brazil? Yeah, around 1978. Chupa Chupa. Where there were allegations that there were aliens that were sucking blood. And from the writing, the Brazilian government at least documented there were things that were happening that were unique, crafts that were unique. So something from a government of that nature being documented We cannot take it for granted. So we may only say that we don't know the nature of the aliens in depth. Or some people may know about them and be keeping them a secret. We can't tell the truth. It appears to be in the conspiracy level, and sometimes other things appear to be truthful. But conclusively, I would say they are aliens, because from the Bible and from these other things, we have had entities that are different from us appearing. And those are some of the things that make us even stick in the faith. Entities. And when we believe in God to protect us, God is supposed to be placed in heaven, which is not on earth. So it's another alien place, another alien, super alien, superior entity that is able to manifest up there and manifest within us. So if there are other entities that we may be keeping secret, there's no need of keeping secret. That is if they are, because they are conspiracies. I'm not saying they are. We should come open, because we have had a visitation of aliens from long time in the recorded history and in our religious books. They are aliens. That's my conclusion. That's my take.